So I've had DirecTV Now, which is a streaming TV service, for the last few months, and this is going to be my brief review of what it is. I'm going to go over what I like about it, what I dislike, and things that they need to improve upon to be able to get this thing going. It's a streaming service that has a lot of channels, and that's really good, but there's some things that need some work, so let's talk about it. First off, let's start on a positive note of the things that I really like about it. The first thing has to be the price. For the base model, it's $40 a month, which I don't think you can beat. With the variety of channels they have, which is another huge bonus, they're just a really good option. For $40, you get a lot of channels and a lot of really popular channels. Especially as a dad, I have Disney and Nickelodeon, which no other streaming service has both of those from what I've looked at in the past. That may have updated, but from what I've seen, that's the only service that has both of those, which is a giant win. One of the other big pluses is the cloud DVR. What this means is that you can record something and you can go on any device and watch it. So you're not just stuck to your home TV or your home DVR like you are with cable. You can go anywhere with it, which is super awesome. Now there's a couple restrictions that go with this. First off, it's in beta, so it doesn't always work properly all the time, but for the most part it does. You have a limit of 20 hours, which for me, that's fine. But you also have limits of recordings are stored up to 30 days. After that, they automatically delete, which is a bummer and not covered anywhere on their website. And also, you can only record 5 items of the same show. So my wife and I like to watch Jeopardy, but we usually let like 5, 6, 7 of them build up before we can go through and watch them. And it deletes after 5. So that's a huge bummer. So now we're gonna go into the dislikes of this stuff, and my primary dislikes go into 2 areas of how I watch it. I watch it either through my iPad or iPhone or through my Alexa device. Now, we're gonna go through both of those to see exactly what's going on, but let's talk about Alexa first. To begin with, the interface is horribly slow. We have a FireCube 4K TV, which is a powerful device for what it does, way more powerful than most of the other ones out there, and it's slow. Now, no other apps are slow like this. This one is just slow. Changing channels, changing through different menus, even getting the menus to come up takes a long time, and it's just brutally slow. To go along with that brutally slow is the guide. The guide is terrible. Your channels are going to be alphabetized from A through all whatever it goes through, and there's no way to rearrange them or do anything like that. So if you have something that you want to go through, you have to kind of click all the way down. But the problem is the guide, first off, it takes a while to load. And once it loads, it only loads the area that you can see. Once you kind of scroll past there, it has to reload all of those, which again, takes another period of time. My other complaint is with the cloud DVR. I think this is a UI problem or a user experience problem where you can go through and on the left-hand column, you can show the shows, but on the right-hand column, you can delete everything. And it's very easy to kind of just go through and delete things by accident. And if you don't hit that undo button fast enough, they're gone forever. On iOS, I only really have 2 issues. The first one is that sometimes the app crashes when you search things. I don't know what's going on there, but when you search for a show, it can cause the app to just flat out crash. And that's just terrible. It shouldn't happen. Searching should not in any way, shape, or form cause an app to crash. And on this one, it does. My second one is after extended play, if you're just kind of watching something that's going through, there'll just be a square that appears over top of the image. And the only way to get out of that is to change the channel and then go back to the channel or force quit the app. Neither one of those are really acceptable in my opinion, and I don't know why it shows up. It's very sporadic when it happens, but it's incredibly frustrating when it does. And finally, we're going to get to the improvements thing that we can suggest for DirecTV Now. There's a couple of them out there, and I don't think they're going to be that hard for AT&T to implement, but I think they would drastically improve the service and really make it the streaming service to rule all streaming services. Number 1, there needs to be a way to customize the guide. The guide itself is slow loading, and that shouldn't happen. That happens on Alexa and iOS, but it's much slower on Alexa. But regardless, I should be able to group channels the way I want. There is 0 reason why it has to be alphabetized, and there's 0 reason why I can't sit there and change how I want my channels to appear. If I have a group of channels that I use, or I want to group all my sports channels together, I should be able to do that. And right now, I can't. The second one is Alexa voice control. Almost every streaming service now has Alexa voice control. This one doesn't. I want to tell Alexa to be able to tune to whatever channel. So if my kid says, turn on TV, Alexa listens. But if he says, turn on Nickelodeon, Alexa doesn't know what he means. And I dislike that. On those same lines, we need to be able to pause live TV and rewind or fast forward. Right now, when you pause live TV, when you hit that play button again, it jumps forward to whatever is currently live. I'm sure this is dealing with licensing or something along those lines, but it's incredibly frustrating not to be able to pause something, have it buffer out, and then hit play. I just don't understand it. On another end of things, when you want to fast forward, you have a skip button, but it's only 15 seconds. That's brutal. No commercial is 15 seconds. Nowhere am I ever going to want to skip just 15 seconds. It should be 30 seconds minimum, or give me a setting where I can choose exactly what I want to skip and how much I want to skip it by. And finally, the last thing I really want is a fast forward with a preview. If I've recorded something, I want to be able to hit the fast forward button and be able to see little screenshots of what's going on while I fast forward. Netflix has figured this out, Amazon's figured this out, AT&T has not. And I don't understand why that's not a feature, but that kind of drives me crazy because it makes fast forward irrelevant for the most part. So to review, DirecTV Now is a really good service. I really highly recommend it. I really do enjoy it, but there are a lot of things they can do to make it significantly better. And if they implement a few of the changes that I would like, it would make it the perfect streaming service for me. I love being able to take TV wherever I want to go. I love being able to take my recordings wherever I want to go. And I love just being able to watch on a multitude of devices easily and quickly. I just need it to work everywhere, all the time, and to fit a couple of the needs that I'm looking for, and it is the perfect streaming service. So that's going to wrap up this video. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in our next one.